This is the true life of a London bus driver, let me tell you. Traffic jams, rush hour, navigating around tight corners which are almost impossible for a bus. Hey guys, and welcome to London. The year is 1981, Margaret Thatcher is Prime Minister, and the DMS become one of the most prominent buses on the streets of London. So yes, welcome to OMSI 2, and welcome to this episode. We'll be showcasing the classic London buses from OMSI 2 DMS series, which recently came out, and talk about the bus features it has, a bit of history for it, and stuff like that. So yes, DMS itself. So the DMS as a bus released in the late 1960s, works in London throughout the 70s and 80s, and then I think there's a few still available like the very early 1990s as well. It's about 25 years of service had within London. And it's the classic London buses from OMSI 2, who are a group of like developers over on Facebook who do classic London buses. So their first release is the DMS. I believe they have a route master in development as well, so I'm keeping an eye out for that as well. But so yes, the DMS is their first official release, and in this episode I'll go through the bus itself, the features, the what it includes and stuff like that. So first things first, let's get ourselves a timetable. So we are the route 3. Tour, I think it's 308 we'll be taking. 10:35, 10:52, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So battery on, and whilst not much is clickable, so I can't click on any of the buttons, the only thing you can work on is the indicator. More things should become clickable in the near future. Okay, steering wheel can't remove, no horn, none of that. So yeah, as the bus goes further in development, expect more of that to work. But one feature I do like, so if you look at the thing up here, the double-decker numbers, all that kind of stuff there, if you open that, have a little handle in there, give it a spin. It's a functional roll band for the bus, so there you go with the 196 Elephant Castle, give it a spin. We are now the 3 to Brixton, let's get it spin it the other way. Spin it too fast, sometimes glitches out, but if you do it at decent speed, it's alright. It's taking out private bus under instructions. So yeah, we'll do the actual like in-game route selector, but nice little extra feature for this bus. Likewise, console's a bit far down, so you have to adjust the camera sometimes to the speedometer well. But other than that, set up the bus. We have the line 3 to Kennington Lane. There we go. Engine on. All sounds were recorded from the original Dennis Leyland engine, so you can hear the extended start-up with this one. But yes, all sounds are from the original Leyland engine, try to make it as authentic as possible, and I think the developers done a really good job at that. So yeah, put the bus into drive. It's an automatic bus, this. Parking brake off, and let's start heading out to Kennington Lane. Right, so as you can see, also have an AI DMS bus right there. So basically what the developers did was include a separate AI list for 1981, including all the DMSs posted like the Enviro 400s and so forth within the add-on, which I think is quite a nice extra little touch. That so have your updated buses from the correct time period within the map whilst you drive it. So yeah, kudos to you guys. Just start heading out and following the journey. So one thing I will definitely say is that this bus from the 1960s is from a time before power steering, so yeah, going around tight corners in this thing is not the easiest in the world, I can tell you, by any means. But other than that, it's not too bad to drive. I mean, it's definitely not as long as most London buses. It's quite a short one actually by most standards. A little bit narrower as well than some London buses, not by much, but very slightly narrower. And in itself, acceleration is also fairly slow, but once you get up to speed, just based on the weight and power of the bus, once you're up to speed, you're not slowing down anytime soon, so nothing to be a little bit careful out. But otherwise, it's a very fun bus to drive. Thoroughly enjoyed it so far, and hopefully will be for a little while to come. So yeah, I'm currently driving the DM variant of the bus. I want to do the DMS, the original, but unfortunately couldn't get that to work properly with out of London, where the Hofbar wouldn't accept passengers on board. So de-emitted, and it's not too different anyway from it, so I have to live with that. Anyway, first stop is now coming up, and fair few passengers here, not too many, but should be alright. Have turned off ticket setting since this doesn't have a functional ticket machine.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Hello. Right, indicate out. Off we go. Back out to the first main junction. Turn. Careful with the steering and especially the speed match. So yeah, once I start going down the hill, I think it's at this point you guys will really start to see what I mean by this bus's momentum effect. So I won't apply too much power, just have to get it down. And then, there we go, start seeing the speed of the bus come up. So yes, as I was saying, the DMS, 25 years in London, from the late 60s to the very early 90s, and in itself went through major upgrades and so forth in the 1970s. Let's just here to carry on. Went through a few upgrades in the 1970s. So basically, if you look at the license plate at the front, so it's not so much applies to this bus since this was from after it, but with the original DMS. Basically, the license plate was below the tow bar panel on the actual bumper, which when they sometimes got swaps and so forth in maintenance and stuff, sometimes the number plate will get transferred across, making it illegal and so forth. So basically what they did is they moved it above the tow bar panel into a secure place on the bus, ensuring that it wouldn't get moved around too much with that. So first major modification in the 1970s. A few buses had that beforehand during maintenance and overhaul. Yeah, so far, thoroughly enjoyed this bus since it first released, and hopefully it will be for time to come. Anyway, it's come to Gypsy Hill now, I believe. It's been a little while since I've driven on the OMSI Addon London, I will say, and this is from a time before automatic announcements were common on buses, so
It's freezing.
yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if there's any temperature on this bus. Doors, nope, none of that.
Morning.
Yeah, I do apologise about temperature, although heat I don't think is a feature on this bus yet. So it'll be a little bit cold for you. Just the cameras, like I said, the panels are a little bit lower down on this bus. You'll see it's quite high. Oops, yeah, so the door lock button opens the rear door, something I should mention as well. That's got me out a few times in this. Anyways, you've waited for me, thank you. Indicates out, and off we go. There's another EMS right there. So yeah, really nice having this extra AI list, having the correct buses on these routes, just adds a little bit of extra life to it in the 1980s. Getting to name, also got the original AI list as well, so before all the modern cars I had to simulate to myself. That's just nice extra to have. Really suits the bus, really suits the flavour I guess of it in the sim. Okay, no one here, so moving on. Try not to drift into the other lane, oncoming traffic. On this road, do cut it quite fine with the parks cars and other side of the road. Right, indicates in. Nope, that's rear doors again. Again, there's no door lock on this, so just got to open the front doors. They're gonna wait for me. No, you just actually kind of slowed down. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if they updated the AI in this game, but it hasn't been too bad for me recently, I will say on that. I mean, I remember before, sometimes the AI would really jump out and cause issues for you, but not so much anymore. They've been quite nice to you. Just waiting for you to pass and so forth. Anyway, next stop coming up, indicating for that.
Hello.
Hello.
It's a fine morning.
Yeah, sorry about the temperature. Out of my control, literally. Coming up, yeah, there's one person waiting, and then it looks like we may get quite a set of lights depending if they go red or not. If we do, yeah, so I'll talk about a bit of the history of the bus and wait here. So basically, not on this bus, but basically the original buses, they used to have like a little bit of white paints on the side of it. That was put there in the 1970s, and basically, it was this basically part of the livery, really. So in the 1970s, the paint used to wear off the middle strut of the entrance doorway. So at the very top of the middle doors, central rear doors, okay, sometimes come off, but hang on to a nonsense here, am I? Basically, there used to be a bit of paint on there from the livery. That was the bell there, passing on to go for the next stop. And essentially, as the doors open and close, the white paint on the door itself actually will rub off eventually over time, leaving it with a bit of a gap on the livery itself, as the doors will sometimes slam into the side of the bus as well when opening and closing. So basically a death trap on this bus. Yeah, bit of nonsense inside there as I've just rambling on about white paints on doors, but no, basically there should be a paint on doors which would rub off over time, wear off as the way door works on this thing. Cut quickly. There we go. Yeah, passengers will be aboard the bus now. Hello. Pass. Very close clearance that. Right, so unfortunately I don't remember too many station bus stop names. As long as I do remember the route, that's the most important thing. Worst case scenario, I tell them the hours again. That shouldn't matter too much for me. Right, let's indicate in. Pick up the passengers. Don't think anyone ordered to come off. Nope.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Indicate out. And wait at the lights. Right, so if you look over the right side here, as you can see, we're on the bus DM1106, or the D1106. Basically, before this was the last bus to have it, but London Transport, these have like different classifications of buses. So the A's were Atlantines, can't pronounce that one, and Fleet Lines, and we just stored the bus. It's automatic. I'll explain that in a moment why I stored it, but yeah, basically A were Atlantines and Fleet Lines, B's were Route Masters, C's were AC Merlins, D's were DMs and DMSs, and E was SM and SMSs. So this was the last bus to have the classification on it through the lettering. Of that, it was just your standard London buses such as Enviros and what's the other company currently being put into it as well? Rights as well. But beforehand, London Transport would like class each of their buses with their own code and so forth. And yeah, so each has meant a different bus type, and then numbers after that was just which bus they were within the fleet. Right, so why I installed out the bus is an automatic. So it is an automatic, but it's a self-changing like kind of different gearbox system. So basically, if you stop for too long, the bus will stall out, and it's very much an older style gearbox, which do very much around the gear. So bus will not always go down to a lower gear when it should do, causing it to stall out. So yes, when you stop for a long period of time, best leave it in neutral, and the bus should last. Yeah, old style gearbox, and that doesn't always lower gear when it should do, causing it to stall out. Or you can put it into the first gear, make it fine as well. Very, very wide for this road, this thing. Once you do get to the main roads within Brixton, then the bus should be alright. So halts, perfect. On the nope, just went green light. Next up, I will have a look at some of the passenger views this bus has. And that's always one thing worth looking at within the game, and something I do know people do enjoy. Not sure if anyone's signals get off. Whoops, a bit of braking on there. Don't know if it's the car or anything. Yeah, that just sounds like poor acceleration. That's right, we got back of the bus. You have standing in the front, you got this view, the one, yeah, my favourite kind of view in this sim. No oncoming traffic, I might drive the next stop through this one. Oh yeah, okay, you can actually really tell through this how wide the bus is. Trying to hug the left side with the cars. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a little bit wider than I expected, not gonna lie. So yeah, don't drive from this view too long, otherwise it's pretty nasty. Right, so what other views we got? We got upstairs at the front.
Morning.
I guess the odd reflective glass, basically. Nice. Another thing I explained. Very much more of a Midlands kind of thing, but little jokes. Basically, what that panel there is like a reflective glass mirror thing, so driver can keep an eye on the passengers on the upper decks. Not sure if they properly modded this. No, they haven't. But yeah, basically that sign there saying passengers do not like lean on the glass, do not like obstruct or anything. Although rather nicely they've scratched out not, and I'm not sure what the second word is, but yeah, change the message. Quite a fun little one that. I know it's more of a Midlands kind of thing, but the same joke applies within London, as people would always like rest their bags and legs on the actual glass itself. So yeah, nice touch from the end developers. I do like that, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, got two other views as well. So we got the front of the bus, like I said, the back of the bus, and then you got this weird view, which I'm. Oh wait, oh right, that's a different bus. Okay, and then you got this far out but zoomed in kind of view, kind of like movie action kind of thing. That's another bus there for a moment. Anyway, wait for lights to go green, and then we'll be on our way. But yeah, being London, what was it? Starts at 10:30, didn't we? So it's just after rush hour. So traffic shouldn't be at its worst, but it should be a little bit crowded for us. Right, look at their Facebook page right now. Another fact for you. So DMS 1933 was converted for crew or OPO operation, reclassified as DS 1933. Received the 33-star livery from London Transport for the Golden Jubilee celebrations in 1983, and it was then sold to Stevenson's of Ottox in early 1984 and entered service with them, and it still wears the same livery today. Bus DMS 1933. Like I said, if you I'll leave a link to their Facebook page in the description as well, but basically the classic London buses from C2 guys, they went into a lot of detail with absolutely everything within this bus. So the history of it, the like designs, all the numbering, all that. In terms of historical, like in terms of modelling, like it's good. It's good modelling. You can tell what it is, what's there. You got like the vents, all that there. None of it too like clickable. You can't open the engine cover like some buses you can. Textures like you can see on the side, the adverts are maybe a little bit lower quality than what you expect, but in terms of modelling, it's quite good. It's a decent bus at that. We've just stopped bus again, haven't we? Yep. So yeah, it's a decent bus. It's not the best one in the world, but in terms of like historical accuracy and all that kind of stuff, this is up there with some of the best like work you see in an OMSI bus, based on like the historical side of it, definitely. I've just realised that adverts. That's a it's 19. Hang on, I know what train it is. I'm just trying to think of what year, because that's the old prefurbished livery of the 19. I want to say it's no. I want to say 73 stock, the one that's on the Piccadilly line, or the hang on, 1963. It's on the Bay Clue, isn't it? 1973 stock. Hang on, I should know this stuff, trains. Bear in mind, I also just finished a subway series today as well, so I'm not sure what happened to me there. Anyways, let passengers on.
Hello.
Hello. Start moving forward, but as you can tell, this junction here may be a little bit busy for us in terms of traffic. Yeah, well, actually I got the bus there on the side, so if I can just get across the lights, I should be home free. Right, move forward a bit, put it back in neutral. and yeah, 1973 stocks on the Piccadilly line. So it's the 1976 stock on the Bakerloo. Yes, it is. Yeah, so that's the 19. Hang on, back to the side. Yeah, that's not Piccadilly line train. So that's 1973 stock, prefurbished. It's not a D stock, and it's not a subsurface train. Don't get any cheap day tube return, save getting out the car, getting the car out. And then just lots of on the ground advertisement on the side. Not sure what the house means, but it's there. Anyways, waiting for this traffic to get moving. There we go. Now we're going to start seeing some movement in this. And yeah, go into the bus lane, shoot past all the traffic, cut across to the left, and then drive towards Brixton again. So just take your time, guys. Good old rush hour in London. Any bus driver's favourite time of the day, let me tell you. Seeing them sitting in their cabs, getting quite depressed at what's going on with them right now, with absolutely nothing they can do about it, other than just wait for them to get to the nearest set of traffic lights where it clears up. So in my case, where I live, there's 2 roundabouts. First set of roundabouts behind me, they always busy. The second set of roundabouts about 1.5 miles away, that's only where it starts clearing up the traffic. Anyway, it's red. When that goes green, we are clear to cut straight into the clear lane. Oh no, please don't take too long. Don't crowd up the traffic light, please. I still need a gap to try and squeeze through to actually get to the bus lane. Please? No? Nope, I'm stuck in this traffic now, aren't I? And now it goes green. I appreciate that, London. Right, so now I need to wait for this traffic to move forward again, in which I can then try and squeeze in, cut to the left lane, and then eventually make my way to the main road. Likewise, don't forget there's the some more construction sites as well. I do need to be careful about. Hopefully that won't get too busy. Right, that light's gone green again. Traffic's now going to move. I need to hope I can cut across and stop traffic. Through OMSI's awesome AI. So that's as far as I can go without hitting you. Traffic's slowly moving. You're going to have to go for me, which I'm fine with. But behind you, can you please wait? Nope. Please. Yes, thank you. Someone's nice to me. Right, I hope that didn't destroy our timetable schedule too much, but knowing I've been in there for a fair few minutes, don't want to get my hopes up too high. I'm not sure what you're doing here, but you're not moving. We're on number 3, so what's going on here? You glitched out. You're not working. Doors are closing very slowly. You guys from my bus? No, you're not. You just open your doors again. Right. Why don't drive on OMSI with collisions turned on? So I can just quickly squeeze past you. And then get back onto the routes. Right, so yeah, you can definitely tell the rush hour traffic is still affecting London. But other than that, it means we have a fair few extra passengers waiting for us at each stop now, because if that was number 3 in front of us, who's glitched out at that bus stop, be stuck for a little while.
Nice of you to show up, mate.
Yes, I do apologise. I do apologise. We're in London, I'm not sure what more you expected from me. And we are in rush hour, so I don't expect to get to work anytime soon if you chose to take the last bus to get to work at rush hour in London. Your fault, really. No one else. And yeah, you've just gone and blocked the construction bit here, so when light does go green, it's going to be more effort for me to squeeze through with traffic not moving anywhere anytime. Actually, if I'm lucky, because yeah, light's now gone green, it's going to be very close time, this one. Come on, can I get to the other side whilst the light is still green? If it does, it means I can possibly salvage our timetable before this ends. No, I can't. And yep, he starts moving just when it clears up. How are we going to navigate through this one? Because I don't want to go through more cars. He's stopped, so I think we may actually be alright in terms of getting around this now. Yeah, so that's going to go green anyway. Okay, back in. And off we go. Driving. This is the true life of a London bus driver, let me tell you. Traffic jams, rush hour, navigating around tight corners which are almost impossible for a bus. If you want an authentic video of someone testing out the DMS, I think this is as good as you're going to get, just based on real life aspects of it. Good morning. Alright, so now I've got the fun job of trying to catch up with our timetable before the end of the route. There's no clock in this thing, no timetable, no nothing. Just a case of how long it takes me to get to the end of the route. But in terms of, like I said, the sounds of this thing is amazing. So from the real engine, just fully authentic. The modelling's decent as well. It would be nice to get some more functionality as development goes on. That's definitely going to happen. That's a given from the end developers. Can't wait for their route master to come out as well. So I'll be able to talk about it earlier. There was a there was like an old release route master done by someone else for OMSI, but no functionality. They gave them it quite quickly, so I do have that model available on me, but it's not at all good. But once the classic London buses for OMSI 2 guys release their route master, I think that's when we're going to have some really nice London buses for the simulator, and especially if OMSI Addon London ever releases. Then yeah, we should get some really nice stuff in London for OMSI 2. So I would get some more updates on the OMSI Addon London, but unfortunately the developers have blocked me from their Facebook page rather unkindly. So I don't think I did anything wrong, but I'm not even too sure what I did, but they blocked me nevertheless. And yeah, there goes all my connection with those guys. So any information I got is coming off of Fellow Film and Aussie X. I do apologise for that, passengers. Need to push to the right lane, but I am a bit too wide squeezing that gap, I believe. Well, actually, I'm also trying to put in mind that this isn't anything with power steering. It's before the time power steering, as I keep saying. Got lucky there. Yeah, before anything with power steering, so navigating tighter turns and bends aren't the nicest in this thing. But bear in mind, it's quite, like I said, a short bus. It means that once you squeeze into enough space, you should be alright. Also say, clearing that fair bit of distance, I guess you can say, fit some more car in that. Doesn't look so close in this. If I quickly go into exterior view and push right up to the next car, yeah, it looks like we're almost merging into it, so actual view clearance in this thing's not the greatest either, but either way. 25 years to serve London, so what can you say about it really? 25 years of staying in this part of the country, somehow navigating these roads and traffic jams. I mean, fair enough, they've only got worse over the years, traffic jams, as more people come to London, more cars, more congestion, but hey, what can you say really? Cities need growth, cities need people coming in, people moving around.
Hello.
You're running very, very late, mate.
Yes, I do apologise for that. Anyways, let's carry on. That's bell, so talking off next stop. Wouldn't mind a different sound hole for the bell. Sounds very quick, that one, very instant. Wouldn't mind a bit of like maybe a longer bell. I mean, that's probably like accuracy is a real thing, so fair enough. But maybe something a bit louder or a bit longer would be appreciated. Either way, I think you just assume at this point to open doors at every stop, as we are heading towards the second half of the routes now.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sure doors are empty. Close doors. Indicates out, and off we go. Right now, coming towards the main part of Brixton, where I may suffer a little bit of lagging. Hopefully, nothing too major, but again, you know you're lagging when the bus starts jumping around because the physics in this game can't handle it, so they start giving up. Ooh, please don't think about it. The bus is thinking about it. With excess jumping, I do not like that at all. Yeah, basically, how this game works, for whatever reason, once you start lagging out, once the processor's starting to go into an overload, the game physics will just give up on you and start bouncing like crazy. So, not the nicest way to tell you you're running out of video memory, but what can you say, really? The game itself is just poorly built. Hang on, keep the engine running, so I'm not going to have to stall it, so there we go. Oh, okay, it's actually started running a little bit better. Didn't pay attention to my mirror, so I should almost hit you. But sort of not sudden there. Got a little bit better at running. I'm gonna lie. Passenger comfort's gonna complain for the rest of the journey. They can complain all they want, because they don't have to deal with this stuff. But yeah, this is interesting. Let's get ready for right turn. And then we'll be on to the main road through the centre of Brixton, through the town centre, through the train station. And then we'll soon loop around to Kennington Lane. So expect to see a few more DMSs and D-series buses on this road as well. Yeah, basically there was two main engine variants of this bus. Yeah, you could either have it with a Leyland engine, the original one for it, and then later on Iveco released their own engine for the DMS. Which hang on, which ones are they on? I think they're on the freeze. Hang on, should I pay attention to that? Just a moment. And a little post on that as well. But basically, two engine types, Leyland and Iveco's. I think it's the idea. New Iveco, the Iveco engines, DMS, and the freeze. Not sure what that means, but oh, this frame rate is something on its own. Ah, no, no. Yep, that was the lagging there, as you saw. I drive like this. Fair enough. Right, just leave it at that. Only one person complained about that bad driving, so I think we can be fine. Hello. It's the main town hall building within this map. That's what's causing the lagging within OMSI Addon London. The town hall within Brixton. Every other building's fine. It's just that one there, which basically led to the demise of everyone playing this game. I can angle the camera alright. I can drive exterior view for little bits. Come to a halt. There we go. Yeah, once you're in this view, worst thing you can do, driving cockpit view. And look down, just look to the ground. Once you're clear of the building, once you pass the police precinct, then you're safe. Then you're home free. Here we go. Here we go. So many buses on the other side, causing traffic jams. We can just about handle it. Haven't passed yet. Almost. Almost. Got a little bit better there. Please. No, not yet. You can drive like this then for a little bit. Passing the bridges now. Yes, there we go. We're through. That's fine. We'll make it. We make it. We make it. That's fine. Don't need to do this management for any other game but OMSI. It shows how well this thing really is. Can't wait for Lotus to come out. Hopefully Lotus will have none of this memory issue and bugginess coming into it. And Lotus being built from the ground up, whole new simulator, new engine, all that. Really it's just going to be a spiritual successor than an actual successor of OMSI. If you don't know what Lotus is, basically Lotus Simulator is meant to be the new simulator built to replace OMSI, and it will release in 3 stages. The first stage will be bus and tram, second stage will have national rail and trolley buses, and then the third stage of it will release it with possibly aircraft in the future. I'm not sure if you guys are coming on this bus or not. Yes, you are.
Right.
Right, let's go. So yeah, Lotus is going to be a new simulator, spiritual successor for OMSI, built by the same developers. But yeah, it's going to have a lot more different ways of transport in it. All under the same kind of like program. Yeah, it will very much be like the home of simulation within the future. Well, that's still got a fair few years left of development, so I think they haven't got a proper preview yet. So they actually, they did do some massive announcements not too long ago. I didn't actually check what the announcement was, but there was something massive going on recently. Which I actually should check out at some point, just after this video maybe, while I'm editing it. But yeah, still got a fair few years left of development in it. They've only just got really tram physics working, and I don't think they've even touched buses yet, at least they've done very minor stuff to it. They've been very much pushing the tram aspects of that simulator, from what I see on their social media posts. All on Facebook. I'll leave links to it in the description as well, just for the sake of it. I mean, I'm sure a fair few you guys will be interested in it. I'm guessing you often hear a bell. No, that's fine then. Okay, out and off we go. There you go, now so let's press the bell. Oh, it's just going green, that's fine. At least some of the lagging this is not as bad as some other like YouTubes I've seen do it. So remember OMSI Addon, what's his name? OMSI Buses UK and Games UK. Although I think he recently rebranded as just Games UK or something. Not a bad guy. I've done a collaboration with him a little while ago. He's not too bad, I will say.
Hello,
Maybe we'll
darling.
collaborate again in the near future. We'll see how timings work for us. But yeah, he's not too bad. But sometimes his simulator can lag out pretty badly in some of these maps. So he has to like turn down AI all the way and so forth. Probably should turn AI down just a tiny bit, going back to new AI list. I haven't really looked into too much, but hey, as long as that bus is there working, what more do you want really in this? Anyways, get ready. So we're going to come up to another set of traffic lights and get ready for a right turn, which will take us into Kennington Lane. Is that coming up now? I don't remember. Not yet, okay. A little bit more on this road, then we go to set of traffic lights, bear right, and then make a right turn into the back end of Kennington Lane. And then bring this episode to an end.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, belt went off as well, so rear doors will open. A few passengers deboarding. Indicates out, and off we go. Belt. Don't think this is one of my stops, I believe. Again, I've not driven this route in a while. Yes, it is, okay. Basically trying to remember which stops mine, which stops aren't, and so forth. Doing a return journey, I'll also remember as well, but as I said, just like a reminder I need here.
What?
Hello. Apologies for the delay. Yeah, there's not in real life, not too many people like tourist drive and so forth. I mean, me personally, I do say hello to the driver when you're bored and then just like shout thank you from the back of it when you're getting off it. I'm sure drivers do enjoy that, but yeah, I personally talk to the driver, at least just say hello and thank you. On Tuesday night though, I think that was my favourite one. Basically, go off the bus, shouted thank you to the driver. Driver also then shouts back to the back of the bus, replied thank you, have a good night, which then the guy behind me also then shouts back thank you, have a good night, which I found quite fun. I'm not sure what our bus driver's opinion on that, like passengers saying hello and thank you to them. Do they like that? Do they hate it as like distracts them? I mean, fair enough, buses do have these kind of like signs when saying do not speak to the driver, but something as simple as like hello and thank yous. Do bus drivers like that? Do they not like that? If there's any bus drivers in the comments, do let me know. I want to know, what do drivers really think about passengers that essentially speak to them? Alright, you're not going to move, so I'm going to have to go around you. There you go, so now entering Kennington. Ready to pull out, there's live traffic. All clear. Pull back into the bus lane. Carry on. There we go, there's the park. So yeah, around the park. There, right onto the main road, and then drive back into Kennington. You've parked your car on the bus lane. I hate you. Right in front of you as well. Don't park in the bus lane. Pretty sure that's illegal. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So yes, I hate you too. And come back to the next set of traffic lights now. I suppose bus stop here as well. Quite a fair few people boarding here, I have to say, especially this late on in the routes. Yes, I do apologise. Although nothing I can do about it. I can't wait to see the end of routes report, how late I really am. I'm sure that's going to be a fascinating read for me. Anyway, bring the bus to a halt. There we go. And it's bear right, I said, wasn't it? Yes. So yeah, stick to this road and then make a right turn, which will take us back into Kennington Lane. Yeah, and you can see how traffic has definitely died down at this point. Should be home free essentially now till the end of the route. A few more minor stops left here and there. Actually, what time the hour is now, because I actually have completely no idea what I'm doing. Is it a left here? Yes, it is. N3 only. Okay, let's carry on. Ah, right, yes, I do know what I'm doing. Don't worry. Right, so red lights. Next stop we stop at, that was an N3 only stop, so only at night. Bring the bus around.
Group check.
You cannot serious there.
Just their opinion. Just their opinion. Who's the qualified bus driver? Not me, of course. There we go. Hello. Apologies for the delay. Out of my control. Same usual stuff. Indicates out, and off we go. There we go, this is the final major set of lights. And the actual bus depot itself is to my right. And the next set of lights. But I can't tap into that, I go around the back way. We'll actually loop around to the right side of it. So if lights go green. England just scored 2-1 against Slovakia. England have not lost a home game yet in the new Wembley. Last time England lost at home was at the old Wembley in its final game in 2000 against Germany. So it's like 19 wins, 3 draws, and like that the record at home. So as long as we can beat Slovakia at least tonight, we'll go home in depression. Whoops, sorry. Go. Okay, out and off we go. And yeah, long passengers now start deboarding the bus and getting ready to leave it to the end of the route. So Kennington Lane is right there on that corner. We go off the next stop, see the bus right in the distance. This stop we essentially let all the passengers off, make a right turn, loop around and bring the episode to an end. You can see another bus also in the distance as well. People off, no one getting on. I will need to put out into live traffic and making a right turn, so I do get prepared for that. Everyone is off. There we go. Indicates out. All clear. Yes, it is. Imagine to push into the right road here. Right then, so indicates in. Make sure it's clear. You're going to push ahead of me, I know that. You actually waited. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And OMSI AI actually waiting for you. As I said at the start of the video, for some reason they've been extra nice to me recently, AI. I do appreciate it. Alright, so come to the end of this road now. Right turn. And slide into the depot. So how late are we? Go on guys, put your bets in. How late are we? Make a quick vote in the comments. Am I an hour late? Am I about 10 minutes late? 15? How late would you put me at this point? In. And push to the front of the holding points. We came about 9 minutes late, so yeah, when I said 10 minutes late I was pretty much spot on there, so not the worst in the world. I've had better, I can tell you. Brixton station, we arrived 9 minutes. Yeah, I've had better. They go 10 minutes 12, 9:44. About 10 minutes late. I've had better in the past, but what can you say really? Make sure there's enough space for drivers to go around. Engine off. Electrics off, and seal it off for the day. So yeah, that was the DMS bus by the Classic London Buses for OMSI 2 group over on Facebook, and well, I have to say, absolutely love this bus. I mean, is it true to life? Yes. Is it realistic? Yes. Modelling's pretty good. Texture work, fair enough, could be a little better in some aspects. That could be a bit straightened there. And I'm not sure if it's on this bus, but some have like a texture on the side, on the back of it, where it's like, let the bus go first. Has been put upside down, so that needs to be adjusted on some buses. Don't think it's on this one though. But yeah, other than that, it's a really good bus this. I can't put too many complaints on this, I have to say. Down to even little details here, so there you go. London Transport Executive, 55 Broadway, the original London Transport's headquarters address. And yeah, just overall really good mod to have. So I think we'll put the episode to an end here. Yeah, that's good. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Do leave a like if you did. Do definitely subscribe as well. If you want to know more about like this bus or the route master they're doing, do check out the first link in the description for this bus. If you want to download the bus as well, that'll be in the description. And I also talk about Lotus Project as well. Link in the description. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.